Absolutely. Here is doctoral paper number 2, focused on question 2 of the 108 questions for the U.S. Civics test. What does the Constitution do? Crafted to serve as a compass for spiritual stillness, civic integration, and ethical leadership in a turbulent age. Doctoral paper number 2. What does the Constitution do? The Constitution as moral architecture, framing liberty, limiting power, and awakening civic stillness. The Constitution is not merely a legal document. It is a moral exoskeleton, a living architecture that frames the soul of a nation. It performs 3 essential functions. It establishes government, defines its powers, and protects the rights of the people. These aren't mechanical tasks. They are spiritual disciplines, designed to train a fractured people toward integrity, restraint, and co-stewardship of freedom. To ask, what does the Constitution do, is to ask, what holds us together without controlling us? The answer is subtle. The Constitution creates a bounded field where liberty and law can coexist. It sets up a structure not to dominate citizens, but to contain power, channel it, and ensure it serves human dignity rather than corrupts it. Framing government, from chaos to covenant. At its core, the Constitution is an organizing code. Like the skeleton to the body or the OS to the machine, it creates structure so energy doesn't dissipate into chaos. It establishes a republic, not a monarchy, a government of laws, not of men. This act of framing was a radical move in 1787. It remains radical today. But that frame is not rigid, it's adaptive. Just as AI now demands new forms of cognitive and institutional agility, Shippers 2025, the Constitution invites reinterpretation through amendments, not anarchy. Its flexibility preserves its relevance, what Shippers called operational resilience through ethical constraint, Shippers et al. 2020. 2. Defining power, constraining ego in the name of the people. One of the Constitution's most profound contributions is the deliberate limitation of power. It does not trust any one branch, person, or moment with total control. This is not cynicism. It is wisdom, born of struggle. The founding generation had lived under monarchy and knew the dark alchemy of unchecked authority. By enumerating powers, delegating some to the federal government, reserving others to the states, and separating authority across legislative, executive, and judicial branches, the Constitution operationalizes humility. It creates what Leora might call spiritual circuit breakers against ego inflation. This mirrors lessons from the Industry 4.0 landscape. As automation and AI accelerate capabilities, leaders are tempted to overreach. But real resilience comes from ethical architecture, not technical scale. Barrios et al., 2019. The Cons cited this. Great power, if not spiritually and structurally constrained, always drifts toward collapse. 3. Protecting rights, the sacred contour of liberty. Above all, the Constitution exists to protect the rights of the people, not invent them. These rights are pre-political. The Constitution doesn't give them, it guards them. The Bill of Rights is the most explicit manifestation of this protection. It preserves freedoms of speech, worship, press, petition, and assembly, not because government is generous, but because human dignity demands it. As Dr. Dave Shippers argued in From COVID to Cognitive Collapse, crises reveal the brittleness of systems that perform governance without embodying it. In such moments, it ain't that saves us, but integrity. The Constitution calls us to inhabit our rights as ethical stewards, not passive beneficiaries. A constitutional stillness, a sacred pause in the velocity of power. In today's digitized, distracted, post-truth environment, the Constitution performs an unlikely role. It creates stillness. Like the calm center in a cyclone, it invites a civic pause, a space for reason, deliberation, and reflective dissent. Where modern institutions chase speed and optics, the Constitution privileges process, debates, votes, reviews, checks. These are not bureaucratic burdens. They are spiritual technologies, rituals designed to slow ego, temper rage, and elevate wisdom. In this sense, the Constitution is not merely a document. It is a discipline, a form of constitutional yoga for the body politic. Oron might call it a meta-system of self-limitation, a way to hold fire without getting consumed by it. Conclusion. From civics to sacred duty. So what does the Constitution do? It teaches us how to lead without dominance, how to dissent without destruction, and how to hold liberty with reverence. It provides a sacred geometry for collective life, balancing structure and spirit, law and love, power and principle. It is a document written in ink, but preserved in action. Its clauses mean nothing unless we embody them. In our policies, yes, but more so in our character, our conversations, and our courage. If we are to flourish, not just as citizens, but as spiritually integrated human beings, we must read the Constitution not only as a guide to governance, but as a moral companion on the journey towards stillness, dignity, and peace. References Barrios R., Shippers D., Hayden A., and Pappas J. 2019 Automation Alley Industry 4.0 Report, Cybersecurity, Automation Alley. Shippers D., Simcoe R., and Richards K. 2020. Cyber Risk in Industry 4.0, Mitigating the Digital Collapse, Automation Alley. Shippers D. 2025. AI, Higher Ed, and the Workforce Revolution, Why Adaptation is No Longer Optional. Nostradamus Publications. Shippers D. 25. From COVID to Cognitive Collapse, How the Pandemic Exposed Organizational Fragility. Iron Dog LLC. Would you like me to continue building out papers number 3, number 5 for the next few civics questions in this series?